And today we turn our attention to the recent fire at Karu Market in Abuja. It's a devastating incident that has left many traders and residents reeling. The fire, which started about 6:30 p.m. on Thursday, was eventually brought under control by combined effort of the Federal Capital Territory Emergency Management Department, as well as the FCT Fire Service, the Federal Fire Service, and Julius Berger Fire Service. Now, despite their swift response, a lack of access to the market area significantly delayed the firefighting efforts, leading to extensive damage and losses worth millions of naira.
The Acting Director General of FEMD, Florence Wenegieme, highlighted the critical need for accessibility or accessible routes in markets and buildings to ensure quick intervention during emergencies. Joining us live right now on site is Emmanuel Bagudu in Karu in Abuja. Emmanuel, good morning. Good to have you here with us.
Good morning, Lagos. Good morning from Abuja.
Thank you very much. Now, Emmanuel, first of all, let's ask you a cursory view of what you can see. How much impact did this fire have on the market?
Well, it's a very devastating disaster. So much to lose. People have lost a lot, and you can see this is just recovery time. People are just trying to recover, pick up the pieces of what is left from the disaster. And some are even not giving up. They are trying to rebuild their shops. They are not giving up. They are still seeing some hope, hoping that help will come somewhere to help them recover.
Obviously, we can see that it's a very vast, it's a wide area there that was affected. Have you spoken to any of the victims currently?
Yes, I have a victim here with me. A young man here, who is having a shop, whose shop has been affected. I don't know that you want to hear from him.
Yes, please. We'd like to hear from him how this has affected him, his livelihood, and perhaps maybe even family.
Okay, thank you. Well, good morning, sir. So just tell us, how has this affected you?
In fact, at least it affected all my life. Not only me, it affected almost 95% of the marketers here. As you can see, 95% of the market is being burned down by unknown, although we don't know the cause of the fire. It started around 7, but by the willing of God, 4 to 5% of us have a chance to remove some of our goods, but 80% of the goods have been burned down. And this is the only way we cope. We have family, we are students, we sponsor some people, and this is the only way we believe in. We don't have anywhere to light our head if not here. So by the special grace of God, we are trying to see, even if it is stable, the government will help us and come to our aid and leave us to put a table just for us to get our daily bread. Because we can't go home and sit down. We are like somebody like me. I have about 2 and 3 kids and a wife, and this is where I believe and this is where I eat. Apart from that, I have so many people who rely on me. In fact, I can say I'm the breadwinner of my family, and this is where I rely on. And today, for the past 2 to 3 days, I don't have 5 naira that will come into my pocket. I only spend what I have. The little that I take from my shop, I just sell it to find something and eat. So if we can't continue like this, sitting here, if we say we will sit like this, I don't think it is the best solution. Because at least we have to find something doing. My own calling is that, please, we are calling on the FCT minister, the senators, the federal government, and everybody to please come to our aid to help us and see how can we continue our normal business. All we believe is that even if our goods is being burned down, that should not be the problem. Let's have our space. When we have our space back, by the special grace of Allah, by little, we will recover all our loss. That is my call to the government. Please, let them help us and come to our aid. Thank you very much.
Okay, that's a plea from a young trader. They're here in Karu Market in Abuja. So they are calling for help for some kind of rehabilitation so that they can be able to recover from the loss.
And so, Emmanuel, from what he's saying there, it begs to ask the question about the government. Have they made any statements or comments on rehabilitating and sort of providing relief or aid to the traders that have been affected by this fire?
Yes, for now it's assessment. A lot of assessment has been taken. We sent a story of The special advisor to the president on humanitarian affairs came in here. She did some assessment. We also saw Ireti Kingibe, the FCT minister, sorry, FCT senator representing FCT, coming in here to do some rehabilitation, to do some research for whether she can make attempts to do some rehabilitation. So for now, it's research, an investigation to look at the extent of the damage, then to know whether the government is ready to do any rehabilitation or reconstruction. Yeah.
And last time we spoke on Thursday, or rather on Friday, when we spoke on the news, it was very grey. We could see the smoke coming out from all of the burnt and charred buildings and goods. And when I asked you as of Friday if we could ascertain the cause of the fire. Can we get that information now? Have you been able to speak to the first responders to understand who caused the fire?
Yes, that has been the investigation we have been doing since the day the fire started. Of course, there are a lot of controversy, allegations coming in. Right by my right is the market that was burnt, and then by my left is the new international modern market. The new modern market was built by the Abuja Municipal Area Council, and is now selling. They call on the people affected by this fire to come and buy new shops. But according to the marketers, according to the traders, in fact, according to the chairman of the Traders Association and the secretary, they told me that they suspect arson. They suspect that someone is responsible for this fire, because they are saying that because they were forced out of this location several times and they refused to come out, and so they believe that even the attitude of the fire service who came in, who were stopped from coming in, who actually stopped people from coming in to put the fire off, explains the fact that someone is responsible for this fire. But that is left for security agencies to find out. That's left for the fire service to investigate and find out who is actually responsible, if at all someone was responsible. But there's a controversy going on right now that about the market spaces, because the controversy is that they are supposed to leave this particular location and occupy the new market, which is built just by my left-hand side. And they are complaining that the shops are very expensive for them, that they have no choice but to come back and build batches and zincs here, and tents here. They can't afford to pay for the new shop, which is located just by my left here. Maybe I can pan the camera to just show you the new shops. They're just by my left.
Okay.
And the traders actually say that it's very expensive for them to rent. So they cannot afford 10 million, 20 million, 500,000 per rent in a year. That they cannot afford it. In fact, people are buying and selling the shops and extorting them, so they are not interested in going to the new market. So what they are interested in is to be allowed this space so that they can continue with their trading. So that's the controversy that is happening right now.
How's that affecting everyday trade and transactions? Are people moving on now into the new ultra-modern market to make their purchases? Is there a shift in where people, I mean, of course, the market is no longer there, but has this significantly affected people trading and transacting?
It has affected people. You asked the question whether there are people in the new modern market.
Yes.
There is no one in the new modern market. Okay. The people affected by this fire are still interested in their spaces in the old market. You can see them, they are actually bringing new wood, new roof to reconstruct by themselves, because they say they are not interested in the new market. So they are going to continue. They say they are going to continue, despite the fire incident, they are going to continue occupying this space until the AMAC, the Abuja Municipal Area Council Management, they understand the fact that the new shops that were built is not affordable to them. Yeah, so that's what they are actually doing right now.
And it makes a case of, the solutions that the government provide and how tailored or how it can solve actually the problem. Because I don't think if you're creating an ultra-modern market, the question you need to ask yourself is if the traders can afford that ultra-modern market, if they can afford to pay rent. If I'm selling off a shanty, why would I go pay 3 million? What if 3 million is how much profit I make in a year, in an entire year calendar? But again, I would like to ask about casualties. Was there any casualties at all? Was it just loss of fire? Loss of properties, I beg your pardon, and trade.
Okay. While we were reporting the aftermath of the fire yesterday, we discovered a lot of the casualty that was recorded was two women. Two women came in and discovered that their shops were burnt, and they were shocked. Two of them collapsed. One was rushed to the nearby Nyanya General Hospital. We later find out that she died. We didn't confirm that, but we are told that she passed away. That's the only casualty that I think was recorded in the incident. Most of the casualties that we have, people are actually affected emotionally, psychologically. That's the only casualty that's been recorded.
And has there been any reaction? I know you touched on this earlier, but any reaction from even the local government chairman to the minister himself in Abuja there? Has any reaction come out of anybody in authority regarding this fire?
Yes, there are several reactions. The first person to react was the president, President Bola Tinubu, and then of course we saw his special advisor, Mrs. Delu Yakubu, his special advisor on humanitarian affairs. She came in here, she spent about an hour, or day before yesterday. And then, of course, we saw Ireti Kingibe, who actually took a lot of reports from the executive, from the management of the market. One of the reports that she wrote was the fact that there are no access routes, but the fact that the controversy I mentioned to you, which they say that the new shops, the new ultramodern markets are very expensive, and then that they have to remain here. They want to remain here because the shops that are new are not affordable to them. So those are the reports that Ireti Kingibe wrote, and she's going to take it up to the Senate. And then, of course, the office of the minister, there was a statement which consoling those affected. And of course, the local government chairman, the Abuja Municipal Area Council chairman, he was the first to arrive at the scene. And of course, he also took up all the details and then promised to get back to the traders that are affected.
Emmanuel, many thanks for doing this with us, and thank you so much for just being on top of this news as it continues to break. We appreciate you for coming on. Emmanuel Bagudu there, our News Central's correspondent, live in Abuja at the Karu Market.